Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Plight of Princes. Carls, our wonderful Posy. What happened last week? Well,
Great
2 weeks
question.
ago.
I'm currently reading my notes, so I remember. So we started the session in cages. Good times. We managed to get free through a variety of means. And pretty much everything went to shit from there on out. There was a fight with Gregor, something about an investigation that we got in the way of. There were a bunch of rifts in the sky. It was crazy. Live reading of my notes. We found out that a bomb had gone off, and we started running through the city with a bunch of NPCs that we knew in a past life. And eventually we ran into this ancient Githyanki woman who cast Wish, and everything went white, and we woke up, and everything was over. The Gith had fled, and the Defenders of Faerun had gone, and everyone else was like, "Oh, what is happening?" And we realized that all the princes had gone. We found out a bunch of stuff. One was meant to be a flashbang. The prison exploded. Reading very quickly. And then we found out that it was more than just an attack on Neverwinter. It was also an attack on Waterdeep and some other places. And we got given 2 quests. We were told to go to Tree of Thunder, Fang of Venom, which some of us know is Thunder Tree. And we were also told... I didn't write down why we were told to do that because it was a Kika quest, but...
We've got to go there to get some of the gift metal dumped in the tuning fork.
Oh, right. That's why the tuning fork symbol is next to it. My own key system doesn't make sense.
We gotta
Because it's one of the very few... The metal is not of this material plane, and as such, there are several places in which that metal is now present, and she wants you to investigate the closest one.
Yeah. We also got a quest from Faith to go to Helm's Hold, but I think we're probably going to do Thunder Tree first. And then found out much further stuff that's not relevant to our characters, only me out of character. And then we saw King's Reform, and we all had a sleep in a ruined house.
Yes.
That got made by a stone giant boy.
And then nothing else happened. Cool, that's it. And that was what you missed.
Wonderful. So, it's lightly raining outside. The sound pittering and echoing a little bit off of the ceiling. You all come to in the morning. Those of you who sleep, those of you who don't are already awake. When the last of your party slowly rise, aching a little bit, and you all look about yourselves. Have a little bit of a ration, and what do you plan to do?
Good morning.
Hi.
Morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Kika and Kayak are sort of going over the stuff that they have between them in their bags, and I imagine they're including Wittick in this as well, because the three of them know each other. And so they're sort of going over equipment and stuff before they set out.
Can I roll to regen my stones?
Yeah, you do that every morning, so just roll away to regen your stones. Let's see if you got the stones.
Please ignore any anomalous rolls you see in chat.
It's fine.
You regain up to 3 magic stones. Okay.
Yep.
So, anything else anyone else wants to do in the morning? Or are you guys just going to get up, try to make your way?
Yeah, happy to get started, I think.
Where are we going again?
We? Oh, you...
I mean, do you not... I can stay.
No, I didn't know you wanted to come.
I have nowhere else to go. So, I don't know if you need the help. I can hold in a fight.
I mean, that's kind of you. I mean, it's not your problem. You don't have to.
I mean, it kind of is my problem. I have, you know.
Yeah, oh, right, I forgot. Sorry. Oh, yeah, you can come. You can come.
Everyone else
I'm-
okay with that?
Yeah.
You
To
all...
be honest, I figured we'd all stick together and
Makes sense.
helping. Yeah.
I
Which
have
is
business
correct.
in the Thunder Tree myself, so it is easier to travel with more people.
Oh,
And
oh,
after
okay then.
all, if otherworldly beings are attacking major cities, I believe it's everybody's problem.
I agree with King.
I suppose that's fair. Okay. Does anyone want to do anything before they go?
Are there any stalls open, Das? Any ones that
Yeah.
are trying to even the
state?
debris?
The state is very much so a case of statewide emergency. Anyone whose stalls are open are food for anyone who's now homeless, shelter for homeless people, and even as early as the morning, you can see that the people already out building. As you guys get up and start making your way, the light rain fizzling against you, frizzing up hair and fur and feather, and as you guys make your way, you can see that there are still out into the streets. Seems like Sildar Hallwinter is still out and working. It's from the look over his face and his body, looks like he has not stopped trying to help throughout the night. And there are guardsmen that are now properly organized. The only way you're going to be able to make your way out of Neverwinter right now is to go through the north gate and circle around eastward, around the entire semicircle of it, due to the fact that all the primary bridges were quite literally burnt. As you guys are making your way out, you see a familiar face. The lady who had requested you the night previous to do this for her, to go out and investigate. You know her to be the bride of Samoshi, the generous. And she's holding a small case in her hands, beautifully gilded with silver, this kind of like deep red colored wood, and no lock to the front. She does approach you guys as you prepare to leave. Her face is tired and haggard, and it looks like not only has she not rested, but that everything that has happened today has taken a lot out of her. And she makes her way towards you as you all prepare to leave. A very colorful bunch. It's not difficult to notice.
What are you talking about?
The fucking Storm Warforge over here, like
We're normal.
with
What are you
the blue
talking about?
mohawk.
Normal.
We are ragtag
That's
bunch of
fine.
friends.
A hobo, a warforged out of lightning, a starbird, a sunbird, a man. Wait, no, it is a hobo man. Then there is just two women, one of which is an elf, and
Yeah.
whatever King is.
And then King.
It's a normal day. Yeah, you see that all the time.
You know how it is.
Come on, they've seen weirder
By the
stuff.
way, I forgot to ask last session. Cat, he was killed
You
at
find-
some point.
Yeah, you had to resummon Cat.
Yeah, I can't resummon. I need the material.
We've never really done materials previously.
I'm not.
We're
Only thing I'm.
familiar
fu-
with
That's a
Oh,
material with a cost,
a-
though.
it's a
We
price
usually
tag.
do.
The only thing I ever pull people for is revivification.
Gemstones.
Revivification and most things that are over level 5. So
My familiar was
know.
killed multiple times, and I was never paid for the reagents again. By these fuckers right here.
cry me a river.
So yeah, I don't like
Literally.
paying for it. I can always pick up stuff like
No,
that.
you're fine. I would say that you have previously purchased it and you have them and you can just resummon Cat whenever you. which is not a cat, but you can summon it.
Can't
Take
read
it.
Blurred now.
Can't
Take
read
it.
Focus, you fuck.
What does it
You
say?
You are
Can't-
going
It's
to.
fine.
Do you want me to remove that money
David,
from
someone
my
focus.
No.
money?
I'd say that you did that before.
You're gonna have
Okay.
a pleasant experience.
Hey!
Hey, that's good. That's a
You're
good
gonna have a
sign.
bad time.
It's a good sign.
No.
Yeah, I bought Chinese already today.
There's a little fucking
Just stabbing
skeleton.
it. I was like, oh
Anyway,
yeah, right.
anyway, back from your
In the
fucking,
In the
back
room.
from all of your literal tangents you just hit me with.
Whoops.
Sorry.
I actually almost forgot where I was. You bastards. The tired elderly woman, her hair was braided at the back, but now it's quite like messed up, and bright red hair that goes all the way down. It goes all the way down to her thigh. She looks towards all of you, and there's definitely an elven and beyond kind of look to her. Think very much so how Posey looks, but something that is a little bit more further on the Fey side, as those two bastards dab.
We weren't dabbing, we were voguing.
I'll slap you both if you interrupt me again.
Carry on.
Bitch. Fucking caught me. Now I'm giggling. Can I actually continue my narrative?
I'll shut the fuck up. I'll shut the fuck up.
Didn't say anything!
She uses a 9th level spell and kills you all. Dears. I understand what you're doing for me is going to be difficult for a lot of you. Especially because for some of you this is going to be your first real foray. As such, I prepared something throughout the night, one for each. And she opens up the small chest, and there are a total of 7 healing potions.
Thanks, Mom.
Each healing potion almost looks like you look for a moment as if it's like she glued sparkles to the outside of it, but no, it's like there's some sort of sparkle within it, like almost like a luminescent that just constantly floats and mingles about it. These potions each have a unique effect in them that should help you all quite heavily should the time come. They're a little bit stronger than an average potion, and a little bit of something from home as well to give a little bit more. It's all I could prepare on such short notice, but I hope they do help you. And she just hands Kika the box.
Oh, thank you. You didn't have to. Thank you.
But I did. And she just rubs aside Kika's face, looks towards all of you. Good look out there, dearies. The world's changing. I can feel it in my body. But I'm sure you can adapt. And she takes her leave. And you all begin making your way out. For those wondering, I'll tell you what these do when you drink them.
She will distribute them.
Yeah, 1 each. And I'll tell you what they do when you drink them, but only when you drink them.
Okay.
Because I'm
How many do we get?
We get
one potion each.
Health
Okay.
potion question mark.
Yes.
I put little
just wrote-
stars either side of it.
Good.
For a healing
good,
potion, special question mark.
good, smart boy. Well done. So, you all make your way out, and you have to travel around the east side and out around the outskirts of Neverwinter. And you can see that there is, not from this, but you can tell that from time when repairs or from sieges that haven't been cleared, Neverwinter has suffered a lot of attempts. Old, torn down war machines, like the very bare roots of them you can see as you pass, taken up by nature again. Who is going to lead your expedition to Thunder Tree?
I would assume the one who knows where we're going.
I have to ask because that's important, because I can't presume.
Obviously Kika wouldn't, but Kaya could probably offer.
I'll storm ahead forwards for everyone and
Yeah.
start moving ahead.
I assume you inform us you know the way.
No, he just needs to take charge and starts walking.
He's very confident. He must know what's happening.
Make a survival check with advantage.
Who, me?
King is wise.
It's not that I don't trust you, but I'm going to cast Mage Armor now.
Wait. What?
You motherfucker.
I was just doing that because I was leaving the city, but yeah.
I'm gonna take vaguely middle and keep an eye out.
Okay, Serenus. You lead your new party of misfits along. The rain begins to quiet down as you all continue your travels throughout the day, and as it does, you make your way. Eventually, you follow the high road, and by your first nightfall, you make it to the outskirts of the Neverwinter Forest. Do you guys continue to travel on, or will you actually stop and rest?
Massive rush.
I feel like resting is a good idea. It's not a good idea to do these things when you're tired.
What time is it by the time we've got there?
You guys got up straight in the morning and did nothing but traveling, so I'll say that you're probably close to 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah, sun's down.
You guys practically did no stopping or resting. You're starving for a bit of food and a bit of dinner.
Let's not push ourselves too far, especially since we could not procure supplies before.
Yeah.
We should rest on the edge of the forest.
Yeah, best try and settle camp then.
Carrick is already in the food bag going, hang on, what do I have? Turkey.
Das.
Wittig.
Using my alchemist supplies, would I be able to search around the area to see if there's any usable flowers or herbs or anything?
I would say this would be a nature check because you're looking through nature, either nature or survival, whatever. Because you have to either.
My light is slowly going out. This is a good sign.
Good.
There is only one
Sorry.
light bulb left, and it's slowly dimming.
That just means you have to be ominous as fuck for tomorrow's sake.
That's what 21.
Hey!
Nice. You do find some red and white spotted mushrooms about that definitely you can't use for a positive potion, but whilst it's not exactly a dangerous poison, this kind of stuff grounds it up into enough concentration. You find maybe a small grouping of them together, and of course for you've no worry about the fungus or anything. You just chop them up and toss them into a bag.
Right.
You could definitely grind them up, and if enough concentrated effort of their liquid was meshed and made into a potion, which was then put into food, somebody's not having a good day.
Right.
It won't kill them, but they're not doing much else but one thing for the entire day.
Ooh, lovely.
Food poisoning.
So
Give them the shits.
Yep.
A potion of the shits.
You got some shit rooms.
While he's doing that, can I look for some loose twigs and that to try and put a fire together and produce fire on it to start?
Definitely. Make a survival check.
With just normal?
Yeah, just normal.
I'll just start helping set up the camp. Nothing.
Yeah, you guys set up
Is there a
tents.
stream or a body of water nearby?
No, there is no small streams or anything very close nearby. I will presume that you guys have had water flasks and everything filled and prepared.
I'd assume so.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my crossbow round and just walk.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we blow. You definitely find more than enough firewood, Serenus, and you guys set up your little camp. You do it just on the inside of the forest where you have the cover of tree to hide your position and as well as anything else. And as it starts getting late, who goes on to watch first? What are going to be your watch rotations? You have
Well,
Kara.
Oh god, we
I've
haven't had
actually-
to work this out in age.
Technically, I'm
You
on
have Technically, Wittick could be on all of them.
Yeah, if we try and double it up for each couple of hours, I don't mind going first if anyone.
Generally, people should go in pairs, and we have 2 people that are technically perceptive while they rest.
I want to go in like the middle-ish. Hang on, I should probably actually work this out.
I'll go first.
Okay,
Me and
Runara's
Riddick are
first.
basically all night long.
Wait, how many
really.
people do we have? 7, but one of them.
7.
No, yeah, but Wittick will be awake
2
all
of them.
night, so we
2
really
of them
have
will
6.
technically be because
I'll still be.
you have
I won't
King
be
and
unconscious.
you have King and Wittick who can pretty much just stay up all night.
Yeah.
And then we've got
And Posey can as well. Eladrin
Yeah,
are an
Eladrin.
elf, so they can have their.
But-
It doesn't have to do as much if you've just got Wittick and Mrs. Undead over here going. Boop,
So essentially, we have 3 slots with pairs. So who's going with who? I want the middle one.
Who wants to team up with them? Who wants to team up with them and be like their special encounter for the evening? So Runara is like the first.
You want to go first, Runa?
Kayak
Yeah,
will
I'm
be
fine.
awkward and want to go with Kika. So
Okay.
it'll probably be maybe Kayak will probably like push himself to do 2 watches, so that somebody isn't alone, but he'll stay with Kika, and Kika will probably go with Kayak and Wittick.
Okay.
I don't
Wittick
mind-
is on all of them.
Yeah,
I
Wittick's
don't
on all
mind
of them.
going with King on watch.
So I tell
Okay.
you what, we'll have Runara and Wittick. Then we'll have Posey. Probably if Posey will go up for the middle shift, Kayak will stay up for the middle shift as well, and Kika can just sleep because Kika won't have to do one then. And then it will be
Unless she
King, and then it will be King and Serenus to round us out.
Perfect.
It's in the book. Would you like? Yes. Would you like that? Me? Yeah. Kiki, you have so much free reign. You technically don't have a watch slot, so you can be awake
Hey,
whenever
Blue,
you
don't
want.
call me out for my classic bullshit, bitch.
No, this is how me and Blue manage.
This is my
the whole
bullshit.
time.
I've been doing this for years. If you want to roleplay with somebody, then you go on watch with them. It's like, hey, can I talk to you for a little bit? Sure. Everyone else is asleep.
We need something private, but we also don't want to get killed.
So, yeah,
Meanwhile,
it's
Wittick
gonna-
and King have just taken to staring each other throughout the night.
So it makes sense that
You
Kika has a full slot.
too, and your staring competitions are gonna get wild. There'll be a point where there's like a never, like ever, like monster where it's like anything that doesn't look at me for like like SCP, like Peanut, like 173. And it's like
Yeah.
if anything blinks, I kill them. Those two will just look at him forever and be like, shit. He's like, I kill them.
I'm
I
gonna
mean,
go
technically,
stand
as a warforged, I don't have to blink because I don't have
Yeah.
to.
You can just-
I will
you
always
can
do
just
it.
walk- you can just walk up to him and just start hacking away, like get good, dumb bitch.
Die.
I'm gonna set up in a blanket pile a little way off, just like
Mhm.
in my own little area. Just make a big
Okay,
pile.
so the first group is Wittick and Runara. Give us perception checks, the pair of yous.
Yeah, so I'm really perceptive.
Terrible too.
Oh boy.
Oof.
Are we a dumb bitch party?
Yeah, I'll say this.
Oh, we have a druid. We're okay.
Not only that, but I'll tell you this. Although I can stay up all night, I'm still not that great at looking.
Wait till he gets the alert feed. You'll
You're
be a
essentially
prick.
just like a +3 to everyone else. Whoever you're on with
Look,
gets
look,
I
it's
am-
Runara's turn for the brain cell, okay?
The thing is,
Exactly.
I imagine he's just this like I could stay up all night, but I can't see in the dark.
No, actually, I
Okay.
can't see in the dark.
Okay,
because-
okay. So,
Anyway.
Riddick and Runara, is there anything you want to do or talk about whilst it is going on? Because you were the two who actually went together, meeting up with all these fuckheads. And then all this happened.
Nothing's. Go on.
Oh.
Go on. What was you going to say? Something?
No, I was actually trying to think of something to say, and I was like, hey, nah.
The brain is lagging.
I'm just there, just scribbling in my diary, just writing what happened today.
Dear Princess Baronia, Today I learned
Diary.
get her cunts.
September 1st, 1999.
Bonus points for the LMLP
Bitch,
reference.
my SKT book is open. Don't make me spit coke. Make you buy a new one.
Nah, if anything, I'd probably be more in terms of like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like more meditating towards like talking to my God about my new oath.
God, the fuck. So God, I want to make a new contract. What are the terms and conditions?
Basically,
King's currently just watching over you in her trance-like state. It's hard to tell the difference, mind you.
There is a very easy way to tell the difference. The one eyelid she has closes. When she's asleep, she looks like she's permanently winking at you.
Sleeping with one eye open.
but yeah,
So,
no.
Yeah, I've got nothing specific I want to do tonight.
okay.
Yeah.
Quiet time passes between the two of you. And then we get the disaster child.
Hello everyone, this is Blue after the fact. While we were streaming this session, there was unfortunately a bit of a sound error during this period. So I've come back with Nemo and Das to fill you guys in on what happened during this period. Mainly that the group had watches, and King and Serenus had a little conversation about where King came from before they were somewhat rudely interrupted.
Hello. To begin, the second watch of the evening is given to both Kairk and Posey, while both Kika and Posey's players question why Kairk is referred to as the Disaster Child. On Kairk's side, the evening is quite mundane, with no real events occurring, keeping a simple perception roll. Meanwhile, Posey does a small portion of interaction with the moon, seeming to speak to it as if it was a comprehensive being that could understand and communicate back to her what she was saying. After that, their watch will end, and the watches of both Serenus Stillwind and King begin.
I was born in an old iron mine for breaking slaves. The nature of my birth was rather unique. You see, what I would refer to as my father was an old man, kept separate from the rest of the slaves. There are many ways to break slaves, and while the fit and virile and young worked in the iron mines, the old were just kept in solitary. My father was a powerful wizard, a necromancer. He had a dream to become king, a dream that I would one day take to be my own. However, to achieve this goal, he first had to escape his imprisonment. To this end, one of the jail keepers, she was magical, but he did not know how. Did not matter to him, of course. She would make an easy enough vessel for him and his soul. So, with a spell he cast straight at her heart, he tried to transfer his soul into her body. What resulted was a bit of a magical mishap. See, my mother, as I would refer to her, was in fact a chaos sorcerer. And sometimes chaos magic doesn't work as well you'd expect. With the heart now thrumming with weird and erratic energies, both their souls were lost. And my soul, fresh and new, was entered into what remained of my mother's body. That is the form you see now. With my new dream, as inherited by my father, the last thing I really got from either of them, I decided it was time for an escape. They called me the Unbound One. as they panicked and fled as I cast spells around and started a rebellion to free myself and the others. My dream was not the same as my father's, as I do not recall how it was that his dream was supposed to come to fruition or what shape it would take. But I made it my own, and ended up sharing that with my fellow escapees. Some would follow, some would leave, not interested. Some told me to contact them should I ever get my kingdom started. And with that, I went on in my journey, now simply called King. One King.
As Serenus and King's watch continued, they eventually, due to their very high on alert perception rolls, begin hearing the voice of some maligned creature. Rumbling out from the nearby woods. King went to rouse her party. As she did, the being's hideous frame came into view. A bear. At least that is what the beginnings of it is. That has been warped by some foul magics, with a portion of a human skull protruding from its side of the face. The cacophony of sounds audible caused the party to have to make wisdom saving throws. And this is where we rejoin the session.
You need to make an immediate wisdom saving throw for seeing, but right now I have to go into the effects of everyone who was unfortunate. So, let's see here. Roll a d8, everyone who rolled below 10, which I think is a lot of you.
Yes.
And I need a wisdom saving throw from you, Runara. I just need to roll their effects first.
Does Kika's brother also need to make a save?
He does. Damn it.
I need to do another wisdom save, yeah. There you go, it's 9.
You are now terrified.
Cool.
Wait, do I need to do another one?
No, just me.
I'll do one for the maids as
Give
well.
me a second. Make sure that's.
Oh, I mean,
whispered.
if whoever's looking into the woods could also see it, so. Cool.
Yes, and Kair can see it as well, and both his saves were more than enough. Let's see now. Firstly, for the people who rolled, let's see. Back to this effect first. Let's see. Anyone who rolled 1 to 4, you do nothing. Let's see. Posey and King. You watch as Posey and King start trying to walk towards this, as you see it beginning to emerge from the darkness. You can see it maybe like 60 to 100 feet away. You see the face of a skeletally reanimated, almost looking bear from one side, and then it turns its face slightly. And you can see from where this eye socket of the bear should be, there is the face of a man. And the hollowed out point where like the nose should be on a skull, and the jaw hanging out at that low point.
Oh, I hate it a lot.
What do you do?
I stand there scared.
You are terrified. You can't move anywhere close.
What were we rolling all these d8s for?
To see what effect
Did
happened.
a wisdom.
Oh, I rolled a 9.
For anyone who rolled a 1 to 4, you did nothing. But for poor Posey and for King, you moved 30 feet towards it.
That would be the maids, because I rolled the 6. I assume the maids will just behave.
No, the 3 is they did nothing. You and her are the 5 and
Oh,
6.
above. Okay, sorry, yep.
You two move towards. Your maids stand still.
Right, I've lost my pencil.
Yeah, I'm back, sorry.
I just had to hastily go through about 3 pens, so it's also a curse upon us.
Do we have a map at this point?
No,
Oh.
because all you see is the
Guys,
darkness
see-
around you and the face
have a-
of the face
We're
of
gonna have a
that.
pleasant experience.
This is awful.
So, do we know how? So we
Yeah,
can.
how far is it?
Know how far?
He said about
It's
60
about 100 feet away from you guys. You can literally just see the face. You can't see anything else beyond its shadow from there. And the face is the size of a large bear. The
Do I
skull.
have agency? I know I've moved.
I need a wisdom saving throw from everyone who failed the effect originally. And you can make a wisdom save, Runara. If you take no action, you can make one at the end of your turn to see if you resist the frighten.
Oh, can I just quickly cast a spell, then still make the save?
Yeah,
or is that,
you can do. It's at the end of your turn.
I'll pull my weapon.
Was it just the 2 people that walked forward?
Yeah.
I'll cast Bless on them 2 and myself.
That's Posey and King. So Posey, you've already succeeded, but you still have a bless. King, make a wisdom save.
So it's a D4 on attack rolls and saves.
Roll a d4. It might actually help.
Do I get to do a thing? Or have I done it by making...
That's the end of your turn.
That's fine.
Guys, I found my pencil. I tucked it in my sock for some reason.
You succeeded as well.
Why?
You are all
Why?
of those there are no longer confused or frightened, but I still need one from Kika, please.
Another one.
What was that?
And one from the maids as well, King.
Another
one from
wisdom
the
save, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
You are no longer confused.
Oh, thank God.
And same for the same for the
Are you
maid.
sure?
No, she knows what she likes, and it ain't that.
I'm still
And you just
really
watch as
confused.
it's just there.
I'm going to tell the maids to pull back, and I'm ready to attack.
Oh, is it not my turn yet? Or we got initiative, have we?
You don't have initiative because once you begin succeeding in its effect, it just snarls and proceeds back into the forest. Good thing it came at the part of the night where it couldn't sneak up on anyone.
I'm gonna suggest we don't...
What was that?
You can just hear it as it's getting quieter and quieter in the distance.
I mean, it's leaving.
But we don't follow it.
For it to come back later?
I don't know. It doesn't seem like the kind of thing that would come when the sun's up. I don't... It's better if I'm like heading back towards the... So I'm not like...
Yeah, you're like,
out.
I'm not going to stand
Hello.
to put out. I'm just be like, yes, I will make noise to indicate that I'm far away from people.
Kika's cuddling up to Kayak, just like, ah!
That's the wolf puppy. That's the wolf plushie you have. That's just Kayak. That's your Kayak reference. Oh god, she's got 2 Kayak.
No,
Too
this is
much boy.
Kika! She's the small one.
Okay. Is everyone okay?
No?
I mean, like, physically.
Ah.
Yeah.
No one's hurt? Everyone's still here?
I think I pissed myself, but...
Okay. Well, none of us got taken away, which is good. It's good that we're all still here. None of us are...
Taken away?
I don't know. The woods have strange things in them.
Not like that!
Sometimes.
Clearly
I've
the
never
woods
seen-
have something strange like that in it.
I've never seen anything like that before. In
Neither
my
have
many
I.
years around these areas, I've never seen
You
something
absolutely
like that.
haven't. You absolutely haven't.
Neither have I, but the woods contain strange and frightening things. That's what woods are for.
Mm-hmm.
If you
There are strange and terrifying
yesterday-
things, and there are things that are not of this world.
As you all restlessly sit about for the next 4 hours, we're going to take a break.
Ah, I don't like what
You go down
happened.
to the woods today. You're in for a big surprise.
I don't like it.
I am unnerved by early break. That unnerves me more than anything.
Yeah.
Okay,
This
well,
means Destiny's time later.
I guess we'll be.
We'll be like 5
back.
minutes.
We'll see you in a minute.
See?
Oh, also, is Ollie here?
Well, I hope so because I've unmuted us, so we're back.
Ah, fuck!
Wait.
Overzealous.
So.
Surprise, bitch! Roll initiative.
Don't say that.
You were joking, and then he did that laugh, TM.
And then he looked at the camera.
Yeah.
It's been a bad week for my
I'm
D&D
back.
characters.
Hello, my
I
dear.
don't want that to become a trend.
Welcome back to
It will become a trend. So,
We
where
accidentally
last
started
left
without you. Sorry, dude.
off- so where we last left off, you all got woken in the middle of the night, and I imagine any of you that can sleep choose not to,
Probably not.
because well, that, and it slowly progresses from 4 a.m. till 6, and you begin getting those like very faint purples and reds in the sky, and it builds until eventually it is again about 8 o'clock in the morning, and you're all there like, what the fuck? So,
Okay, well, how many more days travel is it, Serenus?
From where we are.
make a nature check, because you've not actually traveled this way from Neverwinter. I'd say make a survival check. Make a survival check.
Oh, soil?
So what's the modifier of that? The modifier of that will just be like +4 to that instead, because you have a 6 total in that, don't you? So that would be
Yes.
17. So yeah, you know, could take you maybe like another day. If you were doing nothing but traveling, another day. If you like stopped and rest, a day and a half. Like you'd get to it halfway through a second.
It will take us about a day and a half, depending on if we get straight there or we stop.
Ooh.
I mean,
Well, we don't want to be exhausted.
Are we going directly through the woods, or can we follow the outside? Where we're going exactly?
Thunder Tree is deeper in.
In the woods.
We would have to go straight through the forest.
You would, yes.
Oh, well, I suggest we take a formation where we keep everyone safe so we can keep an eye out. I don't know if it will stay at nighttime or whether it will try these things during the day or whether it's moved on. But it's better to be defensive.
I agree.
We might also have to look into getting some food scavenged. Don't know about the rest of you, but we're running out of rations.
We've got enough for a day or so. But hopefully we can find some.
We might
food in
find
the
something in there. I mean, if we find a river, I know how to fish.
That would be good. Well, if we just wander through the wood and kind of keep an eye out as we go, we may see a thing or two.
It sounds like a plan then.
Okay.
I guess we move on.
Mm-hmm.
So, survival check from Ollie, and I'll take 2 perception checks from anyone else. If somebody wants to assist Ollie on a survival check, they may do so.
I'll throw down a perception.
I'll assist Ollie.
Ollie, you have done.
No, Ollie doesn't need
Don't
my
fucking
advantage.
need it.
He doesn't need my help.
So, who wants to make another perception check? You've got one more to check.
I do not look here for wisdom.
I'm
Yeah, no, I'm not-
proficient in perception if nobody else wants to.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
go ahead.
Go
I'm
for
not
it.
great.
It's either you or Carrick, so I'll let you do it.
got a 0 modifier.
Your
So-
big brother helps.
I have a negative.
I don't like playing characters with low perception.
Me neither.
No one likes it because it means you have to just pretend to be
My
dumb.
paranoia is not happy with any of this.
So having
Yep.
played it from the other side, sometimes it's a curse.
Anyway, so you travel along, following
As
along.
we're travelling along, I might turn to my friend and say, "Sorry, I believe we're interrupted. You had questions."
The interrupting bearer of doom, and he's talking to you, Saren. Ali,
One moment.
Beating.
you bitch! I was
Eminem
eating
as
because
well.
I thought you would be.
So, King, after we were rudely interrupted, you were mentioning about waking up after a spell had gone wrong. What happened
Yes,
after that?
my father, as you might call him, the elderly gentleman who was put in prison. I only know this from reports afterwards. Cast some sort of spell at what I suppose you could refer to as my mother's heart. It was some sort of necromancy spell, presumably designed to impose his soul into her body so he could escape. Obviously, it went awry, and both those souls have now vacated this mortal. I am now left with the woman's body and my father's one dream before he passed. Although I
What
have
was that
made
dream?
that dream my own, to become king.
King of where?
The muted curls.
That would explain the name, right?
Partially,
Yeah.
yes.
This wasn't a private.
Technically, my full name would be One King. As when I first started to initiate my escape, they just referred to me as an unbound slave, or more correctly, an unbound one. Later on, after some trial and tribulation, I managed to free the other slaves and incite a revolt, as it were. Once I told them of my desire to be king, they named me king, thus the naming.
Oh wow, that's so cool. You led like a rebellion.
Yes, although I must say it was mostly the others who did a lot of the heavy lifting. My arcane abilities weren't fantastic at the time, but it did take them rather by surprise.
That's so cool.
What happened to the people who would not fall in line to this and call you king?
They were free to go. Being king was my desire. Only so many decided that I could potentially be king. Some are off in a place protected and safe. I will not mention where for their own safety. And some have gone to cities and all that, and I will call upon them if and when I establish a kingdom. But many more simply did not take any heed to my words and have gone on back to their lives the best they could. Of course, the triplets here are the most faithful of those who believe that I will become king.
Have you got like anywhere like you want to become king?
Nowhere
Looking.
in particular.
Oh, wow.
I must
You could be
first
king of
prove
anywhere.
myself worthy of being king.
Is that how kings work?
I guess. Some might say that's how they work, though I think bloodline sometimes plays a part in it.
Indeed, many kings are born simply into power, as most royalty is. Of course, kings have come from heroes of the past. That is why I've set out on a quest with the triplets to hopefully prove myself worthy of being. All of the royal bloodlines had to start somewhere.
I'm sorry. Blue just saw me making a face and started typing
Stop
at
it!
me.
Stop it!
Ah, I've just received a message.
Stop that!
Yeah.
So yes, I have the body of the sorceress now, or what is left, and that is the reason for my weird appearance. And although it was my father's dream initially that stuck to my mind, it is now something I have made my own. It has also caused some confusion to others as to why I want to be king and not queen. I am very much female and I identify as such, but I do intend to be king.
The king is just a job title.
Exactly.
Yeah. Also, it just kind of works.
Was there any other questions regarding myself?
Not for me.
I close my book. That'll be all for now. King.
I take it that you're doing this as you walk, by the way.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
I will try.
Obviously.
One other thing I will mention: the slavers in question. Some of them escaped, so they may come hunting, although I find it unlikely. The hard to
That's not
identify
gonna be
who they
on this,
were
though.
exactly. Although we did find documentation suggesting they had
Wait,
some.
wait.
You hear that as well, Kika?
Yeah.
Fuck.
God bless you all.
I hate you so much.
My passive is so bad.
Spook was
You
saying,
were like-
my wisdom is low, but my perception is high.
I love how like Nero was like, wait, that was him? Son of a bitch!
Nope.
No, 'cause the thing is, I saw you do it the first time I heard the.
I heard the first time, and I
wait.
waited for a second one before I
Yeah,
said
same.
anything.
I was like, wait, was that Das? And I
That was
looked,
the fourth
what?
time, by
Back's
the
back
way.
again.
Anyway,
Just here in the distance, now that you're closer. Ding, ding, ding. The sound of steel on stone. Just
Like a blacksmith?
more like a pick on stone.
Okay.
King, can your cat go and have a closer look?
Indeed, he can, and
You
I-
follow the sound with King?
I
or with
take my
Cat?
focus. I take my focus into Cat, so I'm sensing through his senses.
Mhm.
And
And for a moment,
Cat was
Cat
very-
flutters off, and that's confusing. But for anyone watching, Cat is a raven.
I know, God.
I'm just saying this for chat because they're like, his
The
cat can
cat is
fly.
not a cat.
What?
It's not a Tresim!
It's not a treasure. We had one last session, and they're a sassy bitch. Meh. So you watch as Cat. Even I have to pause. Flutters off into the distance, and you see. Eventually, they see a large number of spikes, maybe 100 feet away, and you can see they're like around a circle, except for one space, which seems like a more worn area. And there's like a very small steel track from down there up to the top. It's very rusted over, but you see there are what look to be maybe 3-4 goblins, a large goblin, quote unquote, and 2 bugbears. The bugbears don't seem to be doing much, but the goblins that are the smaller ones seem to be actually like digging and mining at something. And there's like a small cart that comes out from the under the ground, so there's probably more or something down below there. That like a very small crevice that they managed to pull themselves through, and stone gets taken out, and the big important looking goblin struts himself over and just begins examining through things. Well, literally just picks up the rocks and goes, yeah, yeah.
I report this to the others. You said there was some sort of circle?
There's a circle of wooden spikes, like maybe 3-foot long spikes that are like facing outward around this. It's essentially like
So,
a pit.
Okay, so no, there's no significance to it. It's just a sort of defensive thing.
Yes, it's very much just like a rudimentary
basically a goblin.
goblinoid.
Oh, I was just checking
goblin-
it wasn't like
goblin
some sort of
equivalent.
totem set up or goodness knows what.
Yeah,
Is
no.
this camp like on our path, like, or are we gonna intersect it, or?
It's close by.
How far away?
Go
Do we
around.
know?
It's probably like 100 or 150 or so feet from you guys, and I could just show you if you want.
I mean,
Yes.
we could go around, but I feel like this is an obvious plot point by TM.
I feel like we can't really ignore. Hey, I know where you got this map from.
I mean, this
I
is
appreciate that.
I recognise the
I
art style.
appreciate that.
this is an
Which
experience
direction
point
are we from?
that we can definitely earn.
We're not even.
Conveniently, you're coming from that direction, you sluts!
You don't
Love it.
know. We don't know that.
Conveniently, the
I think-
DM says you are!
I think that's mostly directed at Kay.
Yeah, the sluts is always. If I call anyone here a slut, it's cross
It's
me.
Kay.
Yeah.
I'm not stupid
And we
enough
mean
to
it
call
affectionately.
I'm not stupid enough to call anyone else here a slut. I value my life for you.
I mean, he calls me a slut only because he works with me at the same. he works for the same pimp, sir.
Nemo's our pimp.
Big mood.
Your elder
Right,
god is not your
D&D.
pimp.
You have to- Please put that in your description on Discord.
This is Cole's erasure.
Oh wow! That
Wait, I'm
was just
changing
a
my Twitter bio.
kickback.
Jeez.
Right, so I'm guessing.
I
we
don't
can
know.
Approach.
We could go around it, although we were talking about supplies, and they would appear to have.
They might. Also, if they're in this forest, who knows? They might find us, and might be able to take out the threat now.
I'm not curious of what they are mining.
Mr. Stillwind, you were from this area. Are they a welcome presence, or
Das?
No.
No.
Last time you encountered them, four or five goblins tried to kill you.
I've encountered creatures similar to this in my earlier travels, but they are not native to this area. A lot of
They're more
strange
like
things
a rodent
in this forest recently.
infestation. In the fact of you think you got them all, but there's just always more of them.
and
Not
perhaps
just-
purging
not just
them would
happening.
be a service. It is important to keep the roads clear so that
But they're
commerce and
they're
travel
not
can
on the
continue.
road. But they're not on the road.
Not on the road, but if they are the menace he suggests they are, they could certainly attack travel.
You mean
I like how Wittig, Posey, and Runar are just like, all right, let's go.
You mean we're gonna go start a fight?
I mean, we will
You
investigate.
certainly do not have to. Merely suggesting the option.
Let's see if they've got any supplies that might be useful for our journey.
I'm going to get the triplets to go hide a bit back and
You stay back.
Stay.
Should we approach a little bit of stealth, shall we say?
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of.
Characters there
Like
just
round-
shrugging with the spear out, like, guess I'll kill.
I'm gonna go like a little bit off.
Okay, make stealth checks if you get that close. Being on the map counts as a stealth check, my dude.
Oh, hang on. Let me go further back. I thought we were just doing it as like where we were, but yeah.
Nah, motherfucker.
Oh no, we're approaching. Fuck it, why
Yeah.
not?
Yeah, I'm gonna approach as well.
I need to check something.
Fuck me.
It's not my job. Excellent.
I mean, it literally is.
I know, right?
Suffer!
Can't help it. 2-minute tabletop be like that.
Stealth check, right?
Yes. There used to be an old system that let you do it, but they removed it from Roll20, or I just forgot
Oh,
how
did
to
they?
do it.
Yeah, there was that way where you could like drag and drop the 3x3.
Yeah,
and
I
align them.
just can't be
Effort.
fucked to ever do that
It's
anymore.
effort.
It's a polygon or line thing, but I just can't bother to do it.
Yeah.
It either works or it doesn't. You know what
Never
to do.
worked very well.
I seem to not be able to actually put my finger on my board.
Hang on. I just like how it's just like the equivalent of the DM just going, hang on, just grab, fling.
Oh, wait. Wicked, you get disadvantage as well, yeah?
Uh-huh.
By the way, King's wearing heels, if that matters to anybody.
It just means that she's just showing off her thighs, and she also can only move at half speed because she's just.
Or,
Regular stealth
she
check?
is
Yes.
used- Or, like everyone else on the planet, she tends to walk on the balls of her feet rather than...
Mhm.
Heel toe, heel toe, heel toe.
You can even just completely forego heel.
Not in heels. Yeah.
I'm just picturing King now walking with her heels like this, like she's after coming back from a night out.
Yeah.
Just like holding the actual heels on the side. Okay. As you guys are approaching, Wittick and Runara, you're both like looking over. Hang on. Kika, did you make a stealth check?
No, because Kika's hanging back. She's scared.
That's fair. Kairk moves
stay with
forward
the
with you, so I'm
triplets.
gonna... She can stay with the triplets if she wants, actually. That's... Kairk moves forward as well. Runara and Wittick, you both like are looking, like trying to peer over the side of like the small shrubbery, looking down to see what you're seeing, and it is, as is there. There's a small cart right here. Sorry, wrong one. Right here. Your cave entrance is just behind this gobbo, so right there. And the very shittily definitely is there, definitely not just not on the map. Rail track. Your whale whack. Quickly, up your whale whack.
Can we go up your whale whack?
Oh, hello. I want to go up your whale whack.
Can we have a minecart, please?
I'm blocking both of you.
You can't block me. I'm your dungeon master.
Watch me, bitch.
No. He's gonna be like, no, he's gonna be like, you can't block me. I'm baby.
No, I don't do that.
I'm a baby.
Yeah, what does it look like
So-
they are doing?
The bugbears picking their noses, just like standing about bored
I mean,
out
the people
their,
who, yeah,
bored out their tits. The goblins are like picking away, and the big goblins just like meh, just throwing rocks out. And eventually, Kairk, Runara, and Wittick, I'll say that you guys, closest as you are, look over the side, and you can just see that it's like, oh, he looks like he's found something. It looks like he's found like some sort of ore, and he's like, oh. And as you all like lean forward to look, all three of you, because you all rolled literally, I kid you not, Wittick rolled a 6, Kairk rolled a 5, Renara rolled a 4. You all fall over each other, and just like, boom. As you all like are now flat faced on the ground, Wittick at the back of you both, or Kairk at the back of you both, you just hear, meh.
What did they?
Doug, look, go check. And the big guy goes, right, now go fucking check.
Throw a javelin.
Does Kika see that Kairk has, like, tumbled forward?
He has fallen and he will eventually get up.
Okay, if she sees that he's fallen over, she's gonna, like, scoot forward and just be like, oh no.
Do you throw a javelin?
No!
Not you. Panic javelin. It's the inverse of last game.
Lightning
Well,
bolts!
hang on a sec. It's only got a 30-foot range.
Disadvantage.
Yeah, so just roll again. Just roll again. Roll once
Is
again.
it beyond the disadvantage range? Or...
You just hear,
Oh, it's 120, okay.
ding, 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 ding. It's just like a javelin shows up from beneath, and the bugbear just goes, whoa, hook, and he just like gets out that big club that he has. The other one gets out their club from the other side, and I need you all to roll initiative as you about to fight.
Combat, combat, combat.
You have to bring up the... There it is.
Oh my god, I rolled well.
Hallelujah! It'll never happen again.
No one-
Hey! That is the
I can
second
never
time we've
roll
rolled
well.
That's the second-
initiative.
Time we've done that. All in this
Okay.
together.
King, I'm gonna assume you have more
Thus
decks than
far,
me.
whenever we've rolled initiative, we have always had the same.
Mhm.
We've only done this twice.
Yep.
Kairk
Keep it going.
rolled 14.
I
and
have
I'm
16 in Dex.
Yeah, you definitely have more than me. You're good.
It's like, do I have more than the robot? Gonna
But I
keep,
have a
I'm gonna be
zero
right back.
mod,
2 seconds.
So
I'm gonna say that she does. Okay, real quick, because I'm like, oh yeah, you know what's a good idea to do that? Is get up the characters so you can click on them for the.
I'm back. Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
I just did a wrong lever cronk moment and turned the lights out in here.
Okay. Ooh, the bug.
What the fuck am I gonna do?
Cool. Okay. So, Carrick is going on initiative 14, and everyone else is going on what initiatives are there. So, first is going to be the bugbears. Bugbears look up, see that the fact that a javelin just got fucked at them, and it was by a bunch of you guys. So, one bugbear looks at the other one and goes, "Oi, there you go!" This one runs up here like, "Yeah, I'm ready to bash her heads in!" And he's like looking back for his mate. No. I'm fucking here too, you bitch. Fucking run it off without me. And that's their turns, because they had a great turn. And Posey.
Oh, fuck, I'm not used to being this high up the initiative order. That's the wrong mouse. What can I see?
You can see two bugbears have just made their way up. You can see one of them now is like, he's like rushed his way up ahead of everyone else. The other one is now quickly following after it.
I'm gonna go over some.
Yep.
And
Can't really. You can see the one that is close to that rock, but you can't see the one that's on his
this
way.
guy who's up front.
You see this bitch up. Who's like,
Okay.
yeah, I'm ready to fight. Because he's a bugbear and he didn't realize he should probably wait for his mates and like throw gobbles at people, because throwing goblins is always a valid option.
Choices.
That's what you get being high on initiative.
Panic! Let me check something. Okay, cool. Posey kind of like looks around. It's like, okay, it's just us. And pink light coalesces, and I'm gonna cast Hex on that guy.
Ooh, that's a wisdom saving throw from the boy.
Yeah.
Ooh, he rolled a
What's that?
17.
What skill are you going to give him disadvantage on?
None, because he succeeded.
What?
Never
Rolled a
mind.
17. You just go, ha!
Okay, I still need to work on that. That's fine. Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast!
Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
I thought you were about to sneeze out of blast. It always
good.
does that.
I'm
Just,
so glad.
just go to it and edit it from that to an
Wait,
attack.
hang on. I might
Just
have
change the
programmed
spell
it.
card to
No,
attack.
I did not.
There's no saving throw on Hex, it just happens.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, how
It's,
cause
it's,
saving throw?
it's like a hunter's mark, it just happens.
Wait.
Oh.
Yeah.
Never mind, he's hexed.
Hex.
And what do you give him disadvantage on?
Strength, because then fuck athletics. I
Okay,
guess.
no athletics then. Good.
Change this so it's output attack.
It looks like he's got a flower crown!
Yeah, did that thing again.
Right, hang on. 1d10. Okay.
What is happening with those icons?
15.
He's like,
That's 15,
Archon,
yeah.
Archons. Hang on a sec, let me check. I just had to try and get all those icons off of him. No, it actually doesn't. He's got a small shield that he raises up and just goes bing off the shield. Very close.
Pink light.
though. It's just like,
Okay,
he just looks at it and goes, gay energy. Got it.
still need to work on
I fought
those.
your kind before.
Help?
Kika, help.
Wasabi?
Kika is really not sure what to do, and thinks to herself, "God, I wish I was more intimidating." And then she thinks, I know somebody who is really intimidating, and is going to cast Silent Image,
Mm-hmm.
and is going to make the image of Gregor in his big boy form appear at the top here, and
A 15-foot cube, it worked.
And yeah, he's gonna stand there and like glare down at the bugbears and the goblins and look intimidating. A big, massive fuck off werewolf appears.
It's not even a fucking save. They have to use their action to work out. That's so good.
It says they can use their action to examine it if somebody wants to examine the giant werewolf.
What is the int of a bugbear? Would they think to do that?
Players would. Hopefully the goblins wouldn't.
You just watch as there's a moment of, yeah, we got this, and then Kika just raises up a form and goes, help. And just from the mist around it, there's like a swirling of mist on the ground in front of the bugbear. Out comes an enormous claw from the other side, and almost like from the mist, pulling themselves out, you just see Gregor, bones snapping and twisting in this titanic form as it just hulks up in front of it and goes, and the bugbear just goes, is that your turn?
Yeah, that was an action. That's all I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Do you want to move?
No.
The goblin boss runs over to the arm of the goblin and just grabs the goblin, lifts them up in front of him, and just starts back, using the other goblin as a meat shield, and starts backing up towards the tunnel.
Patented meat shield technology.
It's goblin tech, don't question it. He just starts backing the way up towards the tunnel, going, ah! Help! What? No, don't like me! And then it's, after that, it's going to be Kirk's turn. And he looks, there's a moment of, like, he's just smirking at his sister's cheekiness. He actually just dashes forward, kicks off the spear, and is going to try and kick the bugbear, like, literally just using the spear for momentum. He's going to use the push action to see if he can send the bugbear cast tumbling down. So, then...
If it's athletics.
It's a disadvantage, I'm aware.
It's kind of what I was leaning towards with that.
And... So that's a 23 from K-Arc versus a 7 from the bugbear. So you just watch as he just like runs up, hi, and just talons straight out into the face, claw the bugbear, and as it does, it just pushes him, and you just hear, boom, 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 boom. I'm gonna roll 2d6 for that, because every 10 foot of the fall was a d6. In a very Homer Simpson-esque, dow, dow, dow. And he goes, oh, that was cool. Oh, I'm so cool. I'm going to step back. And he just like flutters back up into the air out of the way. And that was 8 damage to the bug. Even if you can't get him to help you in a direct combat, Gregor is here in spirit. I'm sorry, it's just fucking killing me.
Right.
It's just the fact you just summoned Gregor. It's like, what's good, bitch? What was the thing fucking Cawthorus made with Silent Image first time he could? Bees? What do you do first time? Werewolf.
Well, it's a 15-foot cube, and Kika has just spent her entire life having big people protect her, so she's like, you know what, this always works, so big person. The most intimidating person she could think
Serenus, take a turn before Das dies.
I'm gonna move.
Das is out of action. I'm assuming controller's the DM.
Am I still stealthed? Because I did succeed in my
You
stealth.
didn't get spotted. No, you didn't get spotted, and you didn't like shout, "Oh shit!" when people were aware. So you just like up, and you look over, and there's the big werewolf again, and it's like, "Oh yeah, I watched you cast this thing." Your passive perception, you saw her like waving her hands, and then the big doggy appeared. Limited spell slots encourage creativity. Yeah, there's a lot of people there. What do you do?
I'm just having a look, sorry.
Learning how to play the game.
I'm going
Peaceful
to,
music now is not the time.
From my position, that I'm still stealth, I'm going to cast Ice Knife on that one.
Noted, and that is at advantage because he has no idea that you are there. So cast Ice Knife at it. Let me just check, but I'm almost 100% that will hit a goblin. Yeah, that'll actually just hit a goblin. 15 AC. Nice.
New phrase. That'll heal a goblin.
That'll kill a kitten. That'll hit a goblin. Your
Right, so-
Eldritch God is not your pimp.
It's just
So
one.
it will hit him.
And then that's a dexterity saving throw from him and the other goblins. Funnily enough, he's restrained, so he has disadvantage on his.
Actually, I'm going to be casting that at level 2.
Okay, go ahead.
What a concept.
So let me just.
Keep in mind the future. You're supposed to do that when you make the
You
initial
have to
attack.
declare that.
Oh,
but-
do I?
I'll let you
Apologies.
off for now.
Apologies.
Next time, I will need you to do it in future.
Apologies. I will.
Fun fact: the only class that can technically do that is a paladin, who can crit, and once you make a melee attack, can then declare a divine smite. Because
Got it.
that's just stupid. Like, oh look, I crit. Better sink a smite in this.
Okay. I'll know for next time.
That 4 piercing should actually be cold. Just reference as well.
Yeah, the additional damage is cold damage.
Yeah. So
Let's
that,
see.
that 4 is
Goblin
cold.
boss. Well, the goblin boss is actually using an effect called redirect attack. So, well, funnily enough, that only works when it's a direct attack against it, not an AOE. So it does actually have to make a save. It thought it was being really clever by holding its friend, but its friend has now served its detriment, and it rolled a natural 1.
Nice.
So you guys watch as like the goblin is being held up, like and just watch the knife sink in, and the hilt of it, the quote unquote hilt, is actually like the only thing that is out there. But on the goblin boss's side, he just sees the knife poking out. It's pretty much like seeing the front end of a rocket pop, as ice just shatters, and that is piercing damage and cold damage to all of them. Let's just check there now. It's 2d6 cold, and then an additional 46 cold. So that's 6. The other goblin is barely.
You cut out there, Dust.
Cut out the dust.
The other goblin is barely alive, I think, is what he said.
Das, hello?
Das is dead.
I was just editing numbers. So the goblin on the left is barely alive, and the goblin boss took shrapnel in the face. Ice shrapnel. He doesn't like that. He's annoyed, and he throws down the body of the person, going, "Get the fuck shit, god bitch, just fuck."
I presume that's revealed my location now?
Yep. They're like, "That bitch did it."
Got it.
I'm sorry. I'm just picturing the goblin boss going, "That bitch did it," and you just poke up, "Got it." Just thumbs up and all. Is that your turn?
Yep, that'll be my turn.
Paladin, we're taking
Be
this
king
guy.
first.
Ah, yes, because Dex. Okay, I move
Okay.
30 over there. I assume I can see anywhere in the pit.
Yes, from there you can
Deep
see
is
the pit.
just so I.
The pit is about 30 foot down, and there's a lot of spikes. So you wouldn't be able to climb this, but you're able to look down because it's only like 3 foot up of spikes around it.
Right.
But you can definitely
I'm
see
gonna-
down, and you can see one goblin is dead. One goblin has ice in its face. The other one looks like it's got soot, like there's a comedic cartoon puff of soot, like that, but it's frost on their face. And then the other two are just like, "What the fuck?" One bugbear has fallen down.
The one that's fallen down, is he currently.
Yes, he's currently prone because he got
Okay,
Homer
that
Simpson.
means-
Don't.
Even though it makes no sense, being that I'm looking above onto him, that means he has advantage against ranged attack.
Yeah. Or you have disadvantage to hit him.
Yeah, exactly. So I'll just hit the one that's closest to the top with Chill Touch instead.
Go ahead.
Well, I'll try.
That is just a hit. Yeah, that's 40.
Ghostly skeletal hand just goes up and grabs him and sinks the.
Like a maternal mother grabbing them by the ear and yanking them. Like, ah!
Sure, we can go with that. And that
Is that
is
your
the
turn?
end of my turn. Yep.
Okay. Transformer, Paladin as a Wittig.
Right. So there's spikes around, yeah. Like, is
Yes,
there
there's
spikes around this
spikes everywhere, but you can walk past where Gregor is. Like, you could walk through, or like, using the image, you can just like walk past him, kind of thing, into that space. Because the space where Gregor is the only place where there isn't a.
Right. Okay.
It is either Spike or Werewolf. The choice is yours.
That's fine. I'll run up to this dude.
You slide through his legs and you just go wee.
With my silver greatsword held in both
Yeah.
hands.
You
And
do,
as a
yeah.
bonus action, Vow of Enmity.
You have advantage in this attack roll.
Yes.
You said
You
that
just
as
go,
like a
"You
light-hearted.
Bitch!
As
You
a
just look at
bonus
him.
action, I'll vow of enmity.
Yeah. He is the anti-thing.
Casual and jovial.
Yeah. He's like, hi, you're dead now. Make your attack roll with advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah, that hits.
For 15.
2d. Oh, wow.
Bam, bam, and the dirt is gone.
Rest in fucking pieces.
It's still up.
Jeez.
It's still up.
Uh,
But you cut its fucking arm off.
But like, not
Hold on, hold on.
spiritually.
no, okay. I didn't roll a winner either, so we're good.
A what?
I was trying to see if I had to re-roll, but no, we're good.
No. You definitely didn't have to roll. That's a really good roll. You just like watch
I
it,
know.
like Wittig slides under Gregor's legs, and the bugbear looking at Gregor, focused on him, doesn't see that Wittig just like kicks up off the ground, points at him, sword up, shunk, and like the shield arm of the bugbear is just cut. It's just no. He's not liking life. What's worse is he was the bastard who stayed back and was like, okay, I'll follow you up, I guess. And now he's regretting it.
Meh.
Meh, sucks to be him. You see the goblin boss just like shouting out and into the tunnel, and from the tunnel you see now just like, and out comes 3 more.
Fucking shit coming up from holes in the ground. It's nemesis.
That's them rushing out, and that's their turn. But the other goblins, the other 3, they're gonna shoot at Gregor. Because, fuck that. I would have... The arrows all fly through Gregor, but I'm rolling to see if they would hit Runara behind them.
Technically, I'm prone.
Oh yes, that's right. So these will be all the disadvantage. Does an 18 hit you?
18 is my AC.
Okay, so you just watch as like you see the arrows flying past, but one arrow shunk, and just by chance shunk into you. You take 5 points of piercing damage.
Cool.
And that's their turn. The other goblins dashed out. Runara, fucker shot you with an arrow. It's kind of stuck in the small. It's stuck in the small of your back.
I'll pull that arrow out as a free action.
Yeah,
I'll push
reaction
myself
to
up
do a thing.
and just go up to. I'll still be behind Gregor, and I will summon a flaming sphere.
Where?
Do it. Yeah, just for flavour. I'll make it so it looks like it comes out of Gregor's mouth. A 5-foot sphere of fire.
The world's war. He had chili at Nando's.
And as a bonus action,
Hairball.
I'll roll it all the way down and slam it into the prone hobgoblin at the bottom. Let me click on it just so.
So, I'm sorry, I know Wittig is there, but I kind of pictured this being like, what kind of happens is almost like an original Donkey Kong thing of just like the barrel throwing it down.
Yeah. So he has to make a deck save. It is prone, I assume.
So that's a disadvantage.
It's DC 13. It's 13, really, my DC. That is.
That's a 7.
Well, because it'd be a low level.
You guys just watch as like Gregor looks like he just goes. Blah, doom, doom, oh! You smell burning fur, and
Pretty
the
much
bugbear
slam
is on
there.
fire. He doesn't like you. Does he take damage at the end of his turn? Or
If
at the start?
he takes that damage because I rammed it into him, and then
Yeah.
it's when stuff ends its turn within 5 foot, they also make the save.
Okay. Well, he's absolutely not going to stay where. So he's actually going to go to there. And he's going to launch out a javelin at Gregor. Because the Warforged doesn't look like a threat. There's a giant. And all of these characters have a negative intelligence score. So none of them are going to fucking check.
Beautiful.
Maybe the goblin boss. But none of.
I mean, the spears and arrows are very clearly passing through him.
And you say,
He was prone, he didn't see that.
Actually, no, he didn't. Funnily enough, he didn't. He didn't see the arrows passing through. The goblins are now going, "Meh," but he just went, huh? Huh? The bugbear here with you, with his arm gone, kind of just drops his, like, club down, just like raises his hand, like, hey, we good? We good? We good? And it's just gonna just slowly attempt to disengage from you. And then he's on fire.
Yeah, he makes sense.
Because he's like, he's watching you like, hey, we good? We good? Like, he's watching you, he's not looking to the thing behind. So he has to make a dex check.
I'm just gonna go now. Ah, fuck!
He rolled a 7.
You
You get to roll addition. Yeah, reroll damage.
It's 2d6.
Just roll another 2d6, because it's...
It's 8 fire damage.
8 health left! You just watch as he walks by like, hey, we good? He just like slips on a rock and just like Indiana Jones, woo, into the fire.
Just died.
Just, woo.
That man is dead.
This is an ex-bugbear. The bugbears have had a really effective combat. Posey.
Well, the
How you
bugbears are
doing?
doing great.
They're having a great time.
I'm gonna move like round
Okay, you can definitely...
here-ish.
I'll say where you guys are, like King, Serenus, and Posey. That's as close as you can get at those points.
Oh,
there's
because
all
spikes. I
around
keep
it.
forgetting. Sorry, I can get
Yeah.
back 5 foot if you want.
No, you're fine where you are.
Can I see any of them?
You can see, yeah, you can look down and you can see the
The
mess.
motherfucker with the pink blob
You
around
can see
him.
you can see the Hexy boy. You can see Hex.
I will try. I'll be like, okay. Try again.
Hey, that hits!
There's my damage plus I have a thing that I can click, so
Okay,
it
so-
adds. I've got a thing. Hang on.
You bitch! He's 14 health left!
Hey!
Fuck you!
Bye.
Team exactly lethal.
It annoys me so much in these games that you guys do get exactly lethal to the point where I need to screenshot everything's health as it goes.
Oh shit! I didn't write this down. It's a bonus action to move Hex to another target,
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
You can now move Hex to another target.
I will move it to the gobbo that's behind it.
Okay, so just to the next four
Yeah.
slot on the line. You just watch as like you like,
And then-
okay, I've got this, and you like put your hand over the spike like, do, and you just like shoot it down, and the bugbear looks at you and goes, huh? Or he doesn't even look at you because he's focusing on everything in front of him. It goes in one ear and goes out the lower jaw, just. And as you all know, small entry hole, big exit hole, and he slumps down dead.
If
And the
I've got-
goblins are shooting themselves.
If I've got 5 foot of movement, I'm just gonna take a step back,
Mhm.
and then that's my turn.
Okay, Kika.
Okay. First, I'm just gonna move like a little bit down here, mainly so that she can like slightly better see what is happening, and
Mm-hmm.
and then Kika will use her action to move the image, and it says that you can basically manipulate it to look like the thing is moving correctly. So it looks like Gregor crouches and just does a massive fucking leap.
Bounding leap.
It's a huge leap. I can't move the token. But he basically
Point.
leaps from there down to here. To then glare menacingly at all of these things. Again, just trying to be super intimidating, just drool. And
Make a performance check, I'd say.
Do we get advantage?
Well, you made them all shit scared, so I'll say yes, because they're not an intelligent creature, and this is definitely not something that they're used to. Also, Gregor has infamy, so him just showing up is enough of a fear. Well, I can guess that none of them have a really good passive insight, so they're all looking and they're going, "Ah! Ah! Ah!" They're all just I like the critical role cast whenever Matt throws out a monster, and they'll just scream. Just, "Ah!" Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Is it a perception check for...
It's an investigation, I believe. I will re-click the spell.
The Gabo boss throws out his club and like throws a rock at Gregor in confusion, but the rock, like, almost looks like it bounces off the toe a little bit, and it's like, hey, big monster! He just grabs this guy, fucks him out of the way, and runs in. So he's gone down whatever tunnel that is. And the other gobos are just there. So, he's going to use his action to piss his pants. And, Serenus, my boy, my darling lad. How art thou?
I'm good.
You're like, clump.
What airy spell can I do?
Is this would it be possible to move like is this just like an entire circle? Like, is there an edge around the entire?
Literally everything except for the small hole at that pass by that rock where Runara stood near. That's the only place you could get to. You could get there on your turn and like look down and in.
So it's possible to go around the top ridge to be above.
You could definitely say like get to here, to get up to here. All of this is spikes, so like you'd have to like either make an athletics check to go over them, which you could do. It's not like very high, and they're not very well made, but they're just there. So it's more like just you have to. They're not a difficult thing to get past, just a pain in the ass.
I want to try go around the outskirts still.
Okay, the furthest you can get to is about, let's see, from here to there, about there.
So about there?
Yeah, roughly about there.
Can I dash to try and get further around? But I kind of can't because the map doesn't let me. There we go.
Yeah, that's kind of like the max of it, my lad. That's literally as big as the map is. But you can definitely
That's fine, don't worry. Yeah, I'll dash over to...
Behold, this imaginary grass.
It's the theatre of the mind.
Look at the imaginary glass. You can
I'm gonna
definitely dash the grass.
I'm going to dash over to there.
Yep. You dash over to there.
It's in my turn.
Okay, you dash over to like, I'm ready. King. Oh, actually forgot. Oh wait. Yeah, Carrick is holding his action looking like he's holding some sort of spell. Like just, come on, where are you, you little bastard? Poke your head out. And you're up now. Who's trying to draw grass? God damn it. Which one of you bastards is it? King, it's your turn anyway.
We all look okay.
We all know it's gay because it's not drawn well.
Fuck you guys.
Wow.
And cast Chill Touch on the goblin boss,
He is hidden in the hole.
so I can't see him at all.
No, you can't. He literally just went, fuck this! Dove in the hole.
All right. Well, then I'll take the closest.
Okay, so the one that has a hex on it might be the closest one for you. So go ahead.
I've already rolled.
Yeah, you did. And that would kill a goblin. Posey, on your next turn, you can move the hex. So if you wanted to go,
I'm aware.
let's hit somebody else.
Oh,
You are now
that's
gone.
useful.
You are now my target. It is a pity that I do like you, but you will now die. Oh well. Okay. Wittig, things are dying.
Toby wasn't falling asleep. Alright, anyway.
Oh, buddy.
I'm good. I'm good. And then, yeah, I'm gonna just dash. Jumping over the fire.
You can get past the fire. You can walk past it. You just just like I'm picturing just like the greatsword. I like
Damn it.
and you're using Gregor as cover. God damn it.
Alright. Yeah, that's my turn.
All the goblins panic seeing Gregor has now gotten closer. They're all idiots, so they're all going to keep shooting at him. Because they can choose to make an investigation check or do that, but most of them didn't even hit his armor class, so I picture them just flying past him. So they're going to shoot at him now, again, and that is...
This is basically the only fight in the entire campaign where this is gonna work.
Yeah. It
I sent you a
really
message.
is.
It's like I'm really not thinking with portals with my spell slots on.
Hey, Wittig, let me know what your armor class is, too.
The best thing is, this is an invocation, so Kika hasn't used a single spell slot.
Oh, nice.
My armor class is 18, because I don't have my shield now since I'm using two-hander.
Okay, two of them fly into it and hit you, so you'll
God
take
damn it.
16 points total of piercing damage because they both roll.
16?
16 is total from 2 attacks. 2 attacks hit you.
Damn!
Yeah, the one rolled a 6 plus 2, the other one rolled a 6 plus 2. So they all just went, ah! And now they all realize the arrows are just flying through Gregor, and they go, ah! Have the moment of, wait a minute. And then they all just go, fuck this, and using goblin ingenuity, which means they're fucking idiots, they have now clumped the hole to the point of trying to squeeze through it the same.
I think the jig is up, lads.
They all just realize, fuck this! And they're all just trying to dive into the hole. It's not working. Renara.
Can I slide down the slope to get down to the bottom with like an athletics check, or just... how would that work?
Yeah, an athletics check would definitely work, yes.
Yeah? Alright, yeah, I want to get to the bottom of the slope, so like this area here. Athletics check. I'm really good at these. How hard on my arse do I fall?
Not as hard as you think. You shout parkour before you roll, and you just start sliding down. Parkour!
To there. I'm then going to use my action to do my Channel Divinity Radiance of the Dawn, which is a real thing.
Take 1 point as you like just slip and hit your head.
Oh,
It's like
shit,
the scene. It's like the scene from Park and Rex where she just like falls down the canyon side, like doom doom doom. She has a safety hat on, but she's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah. That's my con save for Flaming Sphere. Let me just do this. I'm gonna do one of these. I hold up my holy symbol, and all of the creatures within 30 feet of me have to
Roll
make a...
2d10 to see if I have to.
Oh yeah, because if it's half.
Because if half of it's above 7, they're all dead.
Yeah, it's 15, so half would be...
How do you
7.
want to do that?
I'll just hold up my holy symbol and just a bright light, just like I say, quick prayer, a bright light shines out in a cone directly towards these goblins and just fucking burns them to shreds.
You just like get down and go, have you a moment to talk about our Lord and Savior? And you just watch as like the radiance pours out, and it's a bright light that is just piercing and blinding for most of you. And you have that moment, shit. And you look back, and there's just radiantly charred goblins. All of them are fucking dead.
And then as a bonus action, 5, 10, 15, 20.
If I had a counter of illusion, I'd be like 10.
I move my
Bringing
flaming
it back.
spear.
10.
I won't move it into the entrance. Actually, that's a lie.
What, the sphere?
I'll move it. Just I can't move it now for some reason.
Hang on.
I can't find the right
They're a
point to
pain in
grab
the
it.
ass, aren't they?
Wait, I think I've
I
found
have
it.
it. Do you want to
Can
just
you
move it in front of the circle?
Just here, just like up left one.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just the
Move it
area
right
there. So there's still room for people to get in the cave.
Yeah, there definitely is.
Oh,
At
there
the
we go. Grab it.
end of your turn, at the top of the initiative, Posey, or Wittick, no, not Wittick, excuse me, Kairk, Kika, and King, you see the maids. King's maids are rushing towards you guys.
Oh.
Okay.
There's a look of distinct fear and panic on their face.
Alright, well, I move towards them. What's going on? And why didn't Cat come back and tell me?
No. Are we still in initiative?
You're still in initiative,
Okay.
but most of you are in a pit right now. So let's just move the goblin.
Serenus is like, God damn it.
I had an idea.
Blue, tell her your idea real quick. Just do it. Tell her your idea, because I know she'll get a kick out of it.
What, my idea?
Yeah.
Yeah, the plan was I was going to go over the tunnel, cast Earth Tremor, and just cave it in.
Oh.
But the problem
Sadly,
is,
he told me
Earth Trevor is not powerful enough to make a cave in, even in a shittily goblin-created tunnel, and it's too high up from where it is. There's like 30 feet between.
Aw.
There are higher-level Earth-moving spells that will
It's
definitely
A
do
good
that.
idea, and we support your ingenuity.
Yeah, because
And it's definitely something that you should look at for the future, but right now...
Clever though. Like you're thinking.
What do you guys do? Because you're hearing...
If I can get down here,
I mean, we're still initiative, right?
Yep, you're still in initiative. Posey.
Can I see it?
You just see them rushing up, and they're not like, calm at all. They're frantic, because that thing's behind them.
Yep.
And
I'm ready to fight.
the thing is,
Nobody
they're-
hurts my people.
you just see them all dashing at full force, and like they turn like a tree as they're moving, and you just see like maybe 60 feet behind them, just sliding over. Like this looked like something that would be slow. It just slams its hip into a tree, and the tree just breaks and falls. And you just see like from the dust and from the branches emerging, maybe 60 feet away from where Kika and the servants are.
I've just realized that I did something very stupid. We love that. Delayed reaction.
But because it's been 24 hours and you've all succeeded your checks, you don't suffer from its fear or confusion effects.
Yay.
Okay.
But it's
Question.
coming.
When you transfer Hex, does it just have to be within the range of the Hex spell?
It has to be within, like, essentially you just cast another hex. So,
Yeah.
so long as you can see the thing and it's within your range, you can just cast.
Well, the range on Hex is, according to this, 90 feet, which I don't think is right.
it is
Not, you can
Ninety
move
feet.
closer.
But you can only do it when the creature dies with hex on it.
Yeah,
I-
but
I
the
do
last
notice
thing
that
I had
whenever-
Hex on
Is already
It's a
dead.
goblin.
just died.
So, like, at the end of, like, at the
But
start
yeah,
of their
on-
next
on
turn,
your
I do let
turn.
them swap it at the start of their turn.
Yeah, it's
So-
just if it says on your next turn, you can.
Yeah, I can do it.
I just let it because it just makes sense. Otherwise, hex feels very wasteful.
Okay, so I'll move up next to King then, and I'll transfer my Hex to it if I can see it.
You get close enough, you're like 90 feet away from there. Yeah, from there you can definitely cast hex on it. You just like throw it out.
Transfer my Hex.
What disadvantage do you give it?
Can I change it every time that I transfer
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, different creature, different effect.
Don't know.
Strength. I'll do strength again, just in case anyone wants to grapple it, I guess.
I
don't know.
Sure, Jane. Is that your turn, or do you want to do something else?
Guess I'll Eldritch Blast.
Guess I'll blast. Okay, let me
Wait,
just.
that was my bonus
yeah.
action. I guess.
Gotta blast.
No. 14?
Let me check.
Don't see this thing.
No.
Nope.
It blasts it in the
Into a
face
tree.
and it just keeps moving forward. Posey, is that your turn?
I'm gonna take a step back.
Okay.
Just be like, we have a problem up here.
Kika.
Kika is just gonna be like, nope, and is gonna fly down to where the rest of the group is.
You're gonna dash?
She don't need to.
Oh, how fast is her movement?
50. Aarakocra,
Okay.
Aarakocra, they can fly.
Bitches can fly.
So she's just gonna fly down to where more people are. She's just gonna say, "Okay, be careful," and is gonna use her action to make the silent image do a sort of aerial swap. So she flies down and it leaps back up to the top. A huge,
Here we go!
huge werewolf leap up to the top. It can move.
By the way,
it can move up to the range of the spell, which is 60 feet. So it can go literally like up to here. And basically,
we'll say we'll move it right up here, and that's as close as it can get.
yeah, and look
And-
again, look intimidating and things like that.
The monster does not seem phased at all.
Right,
The
I
human,
see
the
through-
human on the side of its face begins smiling.
I hate it, but that's my that's my movement and my action. I'm not going to use it. I don't have a bonus action.
Okay.
I've only
I
just
guess
realised the artistic interpretation of the rest of this map has continued to develop.
It's just slowly drawing the map.
2-minute tabletop appreciates your service.
Okay. Gabo is going to go further down his hole. Now it's going to be okay. So now it's going to be Kaerk's turn. He looks over at that thing and just goes, oh, you're a big. On second thought, and he just like puts the spear to his back, looks over towards where King and Posey are. Just goes, who needs a? Because currently there's a lot of spice between you and down there.
Posey then, is I gotta position
I'm
myself
no good
between,
if I'm down there.
well,
Better
do as
you
like,
down there than that there. So he just like he just grabs for because you said it. He's just gonna grab for Posey. Posey, do you? Posey. She's gonna be
I rolled
done.
a 6, I'm gonna stay.
Okay.
Ooh.
Like you try to grab at him and you don't let him. He's like,
I can't do
well, I'm
anything
not
down there."
leaving you. Well, I'm not leaving you. So
Then
he
help.
looks over. He looks over towards. Hang on. Okay. I need to check a range on the spell that he has. No, it's not close enough. But you watch as he just like begins pulling out some small things. He takes out bizarrely. He takes out a very tiny tart and a feather and is waving it in the air. It's like, okay, once this thing gets close enough, I'm gonna do something. Nobody touch it if this works. I don't know if this is gonna work. I really hope this is gonna work.
Why are you waving around? Actually, never mind.
Spell component.
What?
Okay, it's your turn. Oh no, Serenus, it's your turn. Serenus, you can just about see like a tree just went, and everyone is running away from.
How steep is the ridge? To
30
down to-
feet,
That's the spike fence, remember.
Would it be
and there's a
possible?
spike fence. You could get past it. You'd have to use your action to safely navigate the spikes, and that's all you could do. So essentially, it's a case of you want to get down, you can fall and use your action. That's kind of it.
And now I'm going to dash.
Okay. You
Okay,
dash
would
to
I be
there.
able to? Would I be able to get up to just next Poppy? I presume.
Yeah, you can get next to Posey.
There we go.
You dash up there to the friends.
Everyone's creating a huddle around me. Guys, I'm not that squishy, I promise.
I mean, I've
Widdick.
just been creating more
Oh,
green.
King, it's your turn. King, it's your turn.
King's probably going to shout out just to the mage, like, get behind Widdick.
They all nod.
Get thee behind me, Satan.
And
And presumably the beast's coming from that way, and my maids are there, so I'm going to stand between.
they dash. It's your turn. They move on your turn. And they all just rush as fast as they can to get next to it.
So I can probably get to there.
Yeah, you can definitely do that.
And since I'm concerned that I am going to take a hit because there's things going on, I am going to cast False Life on myself at second.
Okay, give yourself some 10 hit points. Give yourself an additional 5 temp. So roll 1d4 plus 5.
It's 1d4 plus 9, then, right?
Well, technically, yeah. You get 12 temp health. Good to know. Mark that down. That is a lot for a wizard. That's important. Okay, Wittick. All the goblins are dead or in the hole and not coming out of the hole, so Wittick, it's your turn. Wittick.
Fuck. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shit. Wait.
I just gotta love how we're like, it's intense battle, and we're just at the side of this thing making like flowers.
Come on, Wittick. Timer.
Yeah, it's moving.
Colouring
Okay.
to make you feel better.
And then, as a bonus action, cast.
You're in the corner like, wouldn't it be nice if we... But yeah, what do you do?
Cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Plus 2 AC. You are now at 20 AC. Good to know.
Wah!
Runara.
If I wanted to climb up exactly what I just fell down, would that be
Athletics check. Athletics check.
Would it just
climb
be
up.
movement still, or would it be?
It would be, but you'd have to make an athletics check to do it as well, just to see like how much of your movement you waste, because that's like a steep 10 foot, and you're not strong.
Oh no, I'll just run up the ramp because I can dash.
Okay. You're just gonna run.
Yep.
Okay. It's time to put it on the board at the end of
So that's
the
dash
turn.
action to dash as well. Bonus action. My flaming sphere. How far can I move it? That's the wrong spell. Red flaming sphere.
There
Move it
we
up
go.
to 30 foot.
You just watch as it moves past Gregor, and you just watch as like vines from its body just erupt out and just try to grab at the illusion, and it just moves right past him, almost like it can sense light.
Yeah, dash. I moved my flaming sphere, so it's where it is on the slope now.
Noted. Now
I'll
let's
move it up
roll
and down.
initiative.
Great, that's one before me.
What a good name. That's historically been very good for us.
Yeah. Oh, I wonder which doctor could have created that, huh?
Oh
Can't
no!
Nemo.
There's just so many in the world.
So many
Let's
plague
see.
doctors.
And now, because he's come closer, with Carrick holding his turn, will now use Tasha's hideous laughter hunt.
Oh, please don't.
Your mom was so fat when she jumped in the air, she got stuck.
I don't want to hear this thing laugh, really.
That's that wisdom saving throw when you hear its laugh.
Yeah. It's not wise.
Over and over and over. It's almost like it's only like
An
it's
avocado thing.
Bang!
Thanks, I hate it. Hey Kika, speaking of hating it, it's your turn. But because Tasha's hideous laughter got cast on it, it is currently incapacitated. Actually, no, this is an important thing. Hang on
Why
a
am
sec.
I after Kika suddenly?
Oh wow, you guys are lucky. If it has an intelligence of 4 or
Intelligence.
lower, it automatically sees it. It's got an intelligence of 5.
damn.
That spell almost didn't work.
It understands what a joke is.
Of course it does.
I don't know why I said
A portion
would
on
go
its
up.
face is
I
finding it
have
hilarious.
hex on it.
Yeah. Okay, Posey.
Oh, I need to check something. Yeah, per attack. Yeah. It's not just spells.
With its like, how do I
Do what the
smash
character
it?
would do. Do what the character would do.
Are you gonna be a hero or shit yourself?
I
You can do both.
I mean, you're not wrong.
okay. I'm not panicking. Everything's fine. I mean, it's incapacitated, right?
Yes, until it gets hit.
I might be about to change that then.
Your attack would be at advantage.
I mean, if you hit it, it has to make a save, I think, right?
I'll try.
Actually, yes.
Guess I'll Eldritch.
I just checked that again, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. Let's see.
That makes sense.
It was like,
That reads. I'm disturbed.
yeah, it should right.
Okay.
It's almost like on several like things like almost like pseudopod like vines like trying to erupt from its back and for like its underbelly.
I'm gonna back up.
Back up. Back up.
Just pat Kaok in the shoulder, like, yeah, you get him. I'm gonna back up.
There's a moment of desperation as he's looking at Kika like,
You got this. You can do it.
He looks at you with like another look of desperation. Oh, what do I do?
Kill it.
Do I?
I don't know. Why are you asking
Desperate
me?
Mm-hmm.
Don't get near it.
Pretty sure Cole's already done that.
Something tells me it's gonna get near us.
It's your turn, Kika. I'm just gonna take the goblin boss off because he's just hiding. He's happy in his.
Guess I'll panic.
Yeah,
Guess I'll Eldritch Blast.
Okay. For whatever reason, I've lost audio there.
We're
for a second.
all in this.
You're playing a warlock and don't know what to do. Eldritch Blast.
Pretty much.
Sure, and this has an advantage because it's incapacitated.
It's incapacitated. So this is that advantage? Yes.
And I didn't fucking hit it, so. There are no numbers.
Sure, that'll do. I rolled a crit and a 1 on the damage.
You just go ah,
Bang!
and it just goes ah, ah,
For the jokes we made.
ah.
Oh, I hate it so much.
Yes, we get it. You're very sad.
I really wish it would leave. And I'm gonna go further away.
Okay, then we're good to go.
Okay. You just ping it in the face. And just like you shout, I wish it would leave. Carrot just looks. Wait. And on the Carrots.
These prawn crackers are delicious, don't
Hey! How about you go away? And he just looks straight at it. Go away! As he's going to cast Suggestion. How about you no and just fuck off? It's a wisdom saving throw. And if it works, it lasts for 8 hours. Go away and don't bother us and leave us alone, please.
It's not wise.
He just goes, fuck off and don't bother us again. And it goes,
Should I build backwards as well?
and it seems like it's comprehending you.
Go to your room.
Go to your room and think about what you've done. You scored my sister. That's not fun. And yes, that did rhyme. And yes, that was deliberate. And he looks at it and then he looks at everyone else and goes, nobody touch it! Serenus, it's your...
Okay.
And he does declare out, nobody hit it! Also, your blast, you just watch as it's very slowly healing. Serenus. One of your compatriots has shouted, please don't hit this. But is that what your character would do in this moment?
Can I, from my distance, can I roll to see if I can, like, notice anything about it?
You can use your action to make a perception check if you'd like, sure. It's fucking scary. But unfortunately, using your action on your turn to make a perception check, that's all you can do. You can use your bonus action for anything if you'd like, but right now, it just looks really fucked.
You could also move.
With my bonus action, may I use Wild Shape to turn into a black bear?
You can certainly.
If you want to update my thing on the... There we go.
I'm a bear. You now disappear into the forest, and now you're a bear.
Oh god, another one! Attack it!
Wittick, it's your turn. You heard that, you heard, Carrick shout, nobody
I will
Attack.
I place Wittick in attack mode.
I will run up
Would
here,
you like to know what my card does?
and in this,
You can definitely
and
move
then-
past an ally if you'd like.
oh no, that's my 30 feet there.
Okay.
And then also I'm going to just lay on hands myself.
Okay, that's fair. That's valid.
So I heal for 15.
Because you got
To,
smacked in the face.
Yeah.
Yep.
There we go.
Okay. You heal for 15.
And yeah, that's it.
Okay, King.
Alright, I'm going to move 30 feet this way. In case it does decide to advance, I can at least have to split its advance.
You just like walk away from everyone else. Okay. Is that all you do?
There. And I hold my attacks action for Chill Touch if it does advance on any of them.
Mm-hmm. Okay. On its initiative. Suggestion will last for 8 hours, provided it is not touched by any of you. He just watches it, looks around to all of you, and just begins wailing out. He just turns around. As it's watching, he just watches his like feet sink into the ground and just pulls up moss and dirt and leaves like muddy patches. Like it's almost like just taking up the topsoil and just pulling and moving and pulling and moving and pulling and moving. Like almost when it was intent on attack, it moved quicker, but now that it's just a slow, lumbering, wailing sound that after a minute, eventually, it's gone.
As it's walking away, I just say to the group, if we let it walk away, it'll just come back tonight probably when the spell ends. Be better to kill it now.
I mean, we could all try and hit it at once.
If we could do it, we do it now before it gets away.
Is that a good idea? We don't know how strong it is. I mean, it hasn't actually hit anyone yet. What
Can I actually?
What if it's really, really strong?
Can I speak while in bear form?
No.
Yes, you can go. I'm a bear.
You speak bear. I mean, how far out are we from Thunder Tree at this point?
Stay strong. We won't get there before night.
Probably about. You can either go at a mad, pressed, like hasted thing and get tired when you get to Thunder Tree, or you can take a day rest, like a full day, and have a night's camp in the forest without an exhaustion point. But if you want to book it, you can book.
No, I don't think that'd be a good idea.
Turn to Wittek. Wittek, do you want to try and kill this thing now so we can rest in peace? No pun intended.
It's about 120 feet away now. Just.
I mean, to be honest, it would probably be best.
Killing it?
It was healing itself though.
I threw out 3 burning dubras.
Scorching Ray?
Yes, that's the word.
Make a history check, Posey, and make a Scorching Ray attack.
Cool.
I
Yes,
also-
I guess the decision has
Yeah.
been made
Gotcha.
for us.
If we're all attacking, we're all attacking.
Miss.
I mean, I missed all 3, so it's fine.
Wow, fuck me.
After seeing that,
The god of
He's watching
fate.
go.
Okay. maybe
The god of fate is giving us a second chance.
You just watch as it like hits the trees about it. Posey, not a fucking clue. He's like, I don't know, I'll think about it.
Do I have any idea as to what?
Nope. I say this right now, none of you have ever encountered anything like. What you can tell is that it definitely was mimicking human speech. Had no real comprehension of what human speech was. You had advantage. No, still didn't know.
Okay, that's fine. Just check.
It seemed like it could mimic human speech, but the only thing it was mimicking was the words "hey" and the words "help." Help! Help! There was definitely a part of a human in there.
Can't wait to sleep
Mostly
in this
bear.
forest. We're walking around.
I mean, if
160 feet, 180 feet away now.
Wait.
If the spell lasts for 8 hours, maybe we should rest now, and then we'll all be awake.
Why don't we rest in these caves? Because I don't think it'll get through that cave entrance, so it's quite small. Goblins and nothing.
What time is it?
Probably about 4 o'clock.
If we just
Might be a
have
good shout.
an early rest, and then
Did that goblin come out?
The goblin is just like already kicking his way up the side of the wall.
The flaming spear just shoots across and smacks him. Assuming it's still within the minute. Like, we're watching this guy walk away.
No,
so.
no, minute's gone. Minute's gone, my lad. He's just running.
Has it been 10 minutes?
Hasn't been 10 minutes.
Yeah, there's still an angry Gregor at the top.
Okay, he is climbing up. Here. Whilst you've all been focused on the bear, he's literally just been crawling his way.
See, if I was Kirok, he would be dead, but I'm not. I am playing Kika.
We are not moonpigs
No one
anymore.
gets away.
I am
They
playing.
can get away.
I am playing
Things can
Kika.
escape you.
I am playing Kika, and
Oh.
she just lets it go.
I'll let it go.
Let's assume if he was their leader, any goblins that were in there would have also ran. It might be safe down there.
We can check. It might just be good to try and get as much distance as we can, though. If it's heading the other way, I can keep an ear out for it for about an hour. If we try and make good speed for a while,
I mean,
and
I
then
told it to go away from us, and I think it's just going to keep walking away from our direction. I think you're right, Posey. I think it's a good idea to definitely move the other direction.
How long is that gonna last?
8 hours. I can hold it for 8 hours.
Okay, well,
And
if it's going
if
8
it
hours
comes-
that way and we go 8 hours the other way, then it has to do 16 hours to catch back up to us.
right?
Exactly.
Assuming we'll be out of his
Exactly.
range then, that's a good shout.
Make
I
good speed,
think-
make camp. Be
I
careful.
think we should split the difference. I don't think we should go spelunking down in the mines, but I should think it would be beneficial to us to loot any valuables in the area.
Yeah,
Oh, that's-
do a quick
Since
sweep.
I am
Okay,
sure
okay,
these
you
are
guys,
mostly
you guys
ill-gotten
dig
gain.
apart here, and I'm going to keep an eye out up here.
Okay, we'll spend 10-20 minutes just checking for any supplies.
Can I move down into
give me
the?
an-
In my bear form, can I move down into the pit?
Yeah, you can move into the pit as your bear form. Bear,
This is
Well, I can't
bear.
actually move my.
For
The bear.
the
Oh,
10
sorry.
minutes that it remains, I'm just gonna have the illusion of Gregor like prowl around the
Stalking,
outer
yeah.
rim.
Anything that goes near this
A
thing is going to believe
deterrent.
Gregor lives it. It lives there now, and it's just like, nah, fuck it with that.
Oh shit.
Can I sniff out for anything in my bear form? Nothing notice.
You're sniffing for it. That's a perception check. It's an advantage because you've got keen senses. Anyone else? Make investigation checks.
Great, I've put a high investigation. Just that'd be real good.
You can give somebody else advantage.
No, that's cool.
I think we're good. I think we're good.
Me and Kay, we're on it.
There are other numbers, guys.
No.
Okay.
Fake.
Yeah, 22 and 19. There's two
I'm
numbers.
smarter than Renard. This seems like it should be fake.
Posey, roll 3d6. Renara, roll 2d6. And Bear Boy, roll 1d6.
Damn.
Firstly, we'll start with Posey. Posey, from all of the mined materials and like gold that's been built up here over the time, it looks like there's somewhere close to 1,200 copper pieces here.
I will take them.
That's a lot of gold.
Renara, you find 800 silver pieces.
I loot them.
And Serenus, you find amidst all of the shit 300 gold pieces worth. And with your natural 20s, you manage to like dig through and you find firstly like the card as well, and you just like I wonder what who's actually looking for. You begin taking out rocks and you find the one rock you found interesting earlier, and it's got like a seam of some metal in it that's this beautiful like moonlight silvered color.
With my growing up with dwarves, would I know what this is?
Make a intelligence.
I was actually
Sure.
going to ask, does it match the color of my blade?
No, your blade is silver.
I'm so
Okay.
intelligent.
No. You're like, huh, it's shiny. That's nice.
Again, K, there are other numbers.
There's not. You're wrong.
He rolled to find it. Can't tell you what the fuck it is, but he found it. And with that, as you guys are all looking about, digging up this, preparing, getting whatever rations, because there's a few days worth of rations left here, we're going to leave the session there.
Sweet.
Okay. Ah. Okay. Well, thanks very
Good.
much.
But before we go, I would like to know how many rations, because I've got 4 mouths to feed.
There's enough there to feed 2 bugbears, about 4, 5, 6, 7 goblins, and a goblin boss. You've got enough to get you to Thunder Tree and back to Neverwinter, easily.
Yes.
Eh,
Okay.
well, this is the end of the session. I'm going to take a nap now.
If I hit something hard, I go sleep now.
Right,
800 silver is a lot, and I probably can't fit that in a coin purse. So I'll probably put that in a sack and fill it up
Yeah.
for one that got a bit
Yeah.
of
Don't
sacks,
have a
and I'll
bag
go.
holding it anymore.
Yeah, there's definitely
Yeah.
bags that they were like using for like rocks or from like when they pull it out, it's literally just rocks they had in bags. They're like, why would the goblins like? Do they think they was shiny? I don't get this.
Yeah, yeah.
The
Cat,
goblins.
Cat will be annoyed that you're filling up his nest, but you can use the velvet cavity as a storage area.
I think we'll pass.
I got them bones that jingle, jangle, jingle, jingle, jangle.
Just shove the kidney to the side, it'll be fine.
Good night, everyone.
Night, everybody. Thank you for watching.
Good night.
Sorry about the audio blip earlier, but hopefully it's okay. And we'll see you maybe next week for the next session, I believe. Bye.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Bye.
Boy.
Bye.